And hola gringos, sorry for the bit of a delay to the start. Not sure what was up with my Dota, but it wasn't actually letting me stream from it as was. So just had to come in. We're only about a minute and a half in, so I haven't missed too much. One kill on each side, just to kick things off, so nice and even way to begin. So I'll just run through the teams real quick. We got Elder's Dad as the mid lane leaner. We got an offlane Earth Spirit by looks of it up top. It's going to be Donk on the Sand King. No phase, no kill. We're going to be playing on your Medusa, and Mateen going to be playing on your Shadow Shaman. Next on the die we have Pudge, going to be played by Sargia. We got I'm going to call him Grim Peeper, going to be on your Skarath Mage. We got Vesfair being actually initiated on here by Dad, but Alas going to have to pull back out of that one. We got 6836. Going to be playing your Vengeful Spirit, and last but not least, Nick, going to be playing on your Troll Warlord. Alright, so first looks at these teams gives me the idea that Dad is actually in for the better lineup here. Partly just because a lot of teams don't actually know how to play up against Earth Spirit because they don't prepare for it. So since he can't normally be picked in standard the actual drafting mode traditionally, a lot of teams don't bother trying to learn how to counter him, and so teams that have him have a natural kind of not so much an unknown advantage as much as it is just teams don't really know how to play against it. It can just be a bit more daunting is all. Just down the bottom lane for the moment, Donk will miss on the Burrow Strike, so that will be Pudge escaping nice and fine there. But yeah, there's a lot more earlier teamfight potential coming out from Dad here, using abilities such as your level 6 Epicenter, Shadow Shaman ultimate to push towers, and I believe they're in for a pretty good game here. That said, it will be a bit harder for them to stick around come late game once Troll Warlord begins to come online, as well as can never overlook the powerful Vengeful Spirit once she begins to get a bit more farm. Even as the support, she can still do quite the damage. And of course there is always the Pudge to consider, who should be chucking some pretty high quality hooks not too long into the game, so stay tuned for that. We do have Elder's Dad up here actually getting quite low on health, so he's going to have to play it nice and carefully here around Tinker, who can easily just spam a couple of rockets and take you down when you're sitting that low. But I'm just going to bubble it back up to over half, so he should be alright. Bottom lane, there is the invisible Sand King. Looking for the initiation, decides to go for the Skarath Mage, who will get hooked out of there by the Pudge, but alas, Medusa Snake will chase him down, and there'll be yet another kill going the way of Dad. And while all this is happening, Nick is just getting some free farm in the top lane that really needs to be stopped at some point in the not too distant future. You really can't afford to have an enemy Troll Warlord sitting at 24 and 18, last hits at 4 minutes. And so it'll be up to Clark Easy to put an end to that. But yeah, from what I could see here, the game plan for Assault will be to try and hold out from teamfights as long as possible, just to let Tinker get his farm up a bit more. Sitting with enough for almost to have the boots on board, so still sitting about 2k away from having those BOTs, which is when his farm will really start to just kind of explode out. There is an initiation attempt here coming from Sol. Gets off the stun on Elder's Dad, who's dived in pretty deep. And unfortunately, Tinker will not be able to get in range for the laser, already using the rockets. So lucky little escape there coming out for Elder's Dad. Meanwhile, up top, Nick hitting that level 6, while Earth Spirit's still only not even halfway to level 4 yet. So Nick's off to a very handy start here, sitting with 31 for 18. With the highest last hits on the board. Second highest is going to be this man here, who's dived in very far under the tower. Gonna have to play it carefully, getting sealed up here by Grim Peeper. Gonna be coming around and probably will shut out the Mystic Snake, getting the kill. And that's the second time he's managed to pick off Skarath Mage in that kind of fashion. Pudge looking for something, but doesn't have the mana for the hook, so he's just gonna have to back off. Meanwhile, Smoke Gank opportunity coming out from Donk as well as Mateen. They do see Tinker there off towards mid lane. The rotation in here coming out from the Lena Illusions. It's a bit obvious as to which one's the real one though. Gets the Light Strike array off successfully. Burrow Strike in, coming out from Sand King. But may be taken down here by the tower if he's not careful. Lena getting the kill there on the Vengeful Spirit. Mateen sealed up, trying to run back onto the enemy tower. Will not work for him. But a creep will actually get the last hit there, so fortunately for him, no gold, well no large amounts of gold going to the enemy anyway. I believe it was only 60 each for the contributors there, so I'm sure there are worse results to be had. Not to mention Sand King did actually end up getting away from that one, despite how low he got underneath the enemy tower, so well played from him. Now Pudge is still sitting only just hitting level 5, so he's only just really come into range of actually being able to go off and look for these solo assassinations. Preferably he'll have the Dismember, but level 3 hooks really where it starts to kick off. Or at least that was the meta back when Pudge was actually a common pick. Tinker about halfway to his BOT recipe, and as soon as he picks up that should be a lot more lanes getting pushed out, so that should really start looking to try and make some plays in the meantime before he can actually get those on board. Because once he does, they're going to be spending a lot of time defending lanes. Meanwhile, Nick, back to free farming. That's really how he's going to be wanting it at the moment.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
While 6836 is just busy stacking up his team's jungle, so good for him. Sagi on the Pudge has got the Invis room, but he doesn't have the Dismember to back up any actual solo initiation. So he's going to have to be careful here. Yeah, I can see him getting a little bit overconfident if he's not careful. Go for something on no phase, no kill here. Coming up against a level 8 Medusa probably isn't what he should be going for right now. Yeah, he's popped the shield, which is enough to scare away the Pudge. Troll Warlord halfway to level 9 at the 8-minute mark. So he's off to a very handy start here for Team Salt. And a nice little sack here going down the bottom for Medusa to come and claim whenever she's in the neighborhood. Ping's coming out onto Nick here. Clock Easy and Mateen are nearby. They might be looking for something here. The Hex will come out onto Nick, but no follow-up stuns available. Plus now they do have to be careful. They have 6836 in the nearby neighborhood. So yeah, they may have to back off here. Clock Easy rolls out of it into a very good defensive spot, but Mateen not so lucky. Hasn't got quite the escape mechanism, but he does have Clock Easy who will help him get out of this. And the ult may be enough to actually take down Troll Warlord here. And Earthspit almost getting the double kill, but Vengeful Spirit last game taken out by a creep, so only the one kill actually going to the hero name. And a very good turnaround coming out from him with a effective double stun, keeping his Shadow Shaman alive, turning around with his ultimate. And yeah, a couple of kills going, well basically going his way.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Tinker has started farming up those stacks that he had available off in the trees. Getting brought down very low though, so we'll have to be careful here. But sitting with 1750 gold in the bank, so he's almost on par to having his BOTs. And again, as soon as he has those, everyone better watch out, because it's just going to make being anywhere near him impossible. Spam damage and farm. Sand King trying to farm up that fast Blink Dagger, sitting already at near. He's going to be seeing about 1700. If Pudge had walked up any further, he would have seen the Sandstorm there. And probably would have just been able to chuck a hook in the middle of it, probably killing Donk. So, a very lucky break for him just there. And he said the illusion will walk into it. The pings are coming out. Donk was worried that was the original, but he's probably seen. Now that he's seen the other illusions, probably worked out what's going on, so I don't think he'll be too worried. Real Pudge, meanwhile, has rotated around to the bottom lane. Might be looking to kill on phase no kill, but alas, will miss. Those mid-range hooks can be a bit of a pain when someone's at kind of dodging distance. And Tick has his BOTs online. 11 minutes, not bad timing. Would have probably been hoping for something a little bit better, but his jungle farming didn't quite go how he wanted to. Someone whose farming did go how they wanted to is Nick up in the top lane, sitting with already the Helm of the Dominator on board with his phase boots at the 11-minute mark. And he's about to, he's probably about to claim the last hit on top tower here. So handy gold injections coming out for him.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under
Pudge
attack.
picking up the all-important mango. Hell, the mango. The initiation here coming out from Clarksy. Gets the stun off onto Grim Reaper. Gets off his ultimate, but it will not be enough. Instead, Lena will actually get the kill. A good light strike right there down to the hasted Pudge. Actually does manage to connect. The stun yet again coming out from Clarksy, but seems to look like he doesn't have anything to follow it up with. Getting stunned up there by Venge, and that long distance rollout will save his life.
Bottom tower is under attack.
So yeah, good engagement followed by a good